Alright, another very quick update. Sorry, my voice is pretty bad. I've got a stinking cold. Right, so I've decided to do a little bit of adapting for the Pi that I used to have on a chain. It was a bit of a laugh. I used to call it the Beastie Pi. It would be around my neck on this chain like the Beastie Boys used to have. But then I thought, well, it's kind of a novelty and I'm not really using it. So I thought it's small enough to make into a keyring, which I mucked around with for a bit and I couldn't find anything that would work as well as it, just a standard key fob and not break it. So I made a few adaptations already to it, and I also bought this. So this is just like a little coin wallet. It's pretty small, and I've already adapted that. I've cut out the little key ring that it had inside. I kind of like the colour. It's only a couple of quid on eBay. It's like this olive colour, but I really like it, and it fits the case that I had for the Pi Zero really well. So I'm like, oh man, that would be a cool keyring case for it. So I got that, and then the little pendant that I made for the Beastie Pi necklace, I've just put on the keyring, and it just looks like any other keys or a USB fob or whatever. You'd never know. So I like that. The only problem is it's about 2 or 3 mil too tall. Now I've already shimmed down the joystick. I've already cut the oh, that's never going to focus. Let me try that. Come on. One more time. No? Okay. One more time. No. No, never mind. So what I did was I already shimmed down the joystick. The joystick used to stick out a long way, and I cut it and reshaped it and drilled a new hole, there we go, and glued it, and now it's a lot closer profile, and it still works, it still slides about, it's, as it was before. The rubber feet that I added onto the back, I'm going to have to remove as well, for the reason being, this hammer header that I put on is quite tall. Again, never going to focus, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, there you go. The hammer header that I put on is a bit tall. Now, I've marked with Sharpie the distance from the female GPIO on the bottom of this here. I've measured the distance, so that little green Sharpie marks is where I'm gonna, or the amount of sort of open air between the two that I have. So I'm gonna cut that. Just gonna clip these GPIO pins so that the two, the female and the male, sit flush together, so the black bits touch, and that should bring it closer down to the top of the case that I put on, because I really like the case, and this was only like a couple of quid again on eBay, but it means that I'll have just, it will go from literally here to here, like it's a tiny little thing, but it'll fit in that case better. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fix the L&R buttons, because they're too small. I mean, they work, but they're too small. They can't be used during a game. So what I'm going to do is, even though they're surface mounted, I'm going to try. I bought some of these more little, tiny little single little switches, but they've got a slightly longer stem to them. Even though they're surface mounted, I'm going to try soldering on to the switch points at the front and then running a secondary switch to the back of the case and put them out there. So the L&R buttons next to where the holes are, pre-drilled holes for the screws, I'm going to put one here and one here, because that's roughly where my finger will sit. When I'm using it, my finger roughly sits in that square in the middle, so I can use that as the L, and then the R will go here. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of work for it, but then once it's done, I'll have a keyring mounted Raspberry Pi. It's already got like a couple of thousand games on there. I mean, it's only a 16 gig SD chip. It's got a couple of thousand games on there, about 9 different consoles. I'll have the mini HDMI adapter with me, so the only thing I'll need when I go anywhere is a TV that's got an HDMI cable, which all of them do, and a phone charger. So it's literally the most portable one, and it'll just be on my keys, and it'll be awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to just shim it down, see if I can just save myself 2 or 3 mil, and hopefully it'll fit in there. Add some L&R buttons. Lovely. Alright, peace.